What's up guys, this is Chronic Rush HD and welcome to the 6th episode of my FIFA 13 Team of the Season's predictions. And if you haven't gone and watched my Serie A one, I definitely recommend checking out my channel because it kind of explains a bit of things behind the Team of the Seasons as well. Because in FIFA 12, they put some of the leagues together, so they put the Barclays Premier League with all the English leagues, then they put the then they made a squad called the Northern Europe League, Southern Europe Leagues, and put squads together. But since they've done the Barclays Premier League and Bundesliga separately, we are now thinking that they may do all the major leagues as a separate team. So last episode, should I say, which should be uploaded on my channel, I did the prediction for the Serie A, and today we're going to be taking a look at the French League 1. But I've got no idea what team the season is going to be coming out tomorrow or Wednesday the 29th of May. I believe there will be a Team of the Week as well, because I've got some Team of the Week predictions, number 37 on my channel as well, so go and check that out. I haven't really got enough players to build a whole squad, but I can predict you some of the things. I'm not quite sure. I think it may be the last Team of the Week, but we're going to get into the French Team of the Season. We're going to first have a quick look, and what you're looking on the screen now is the French, the league, the people who run the league, the Legal One. This is their Team of the Season, so basically it's the league's Team of the Season, and I'm just going to quickly go through the players, and then I'll show you mine. So in goal they've got Sirigu. I'll go through the stats on my predictions, but they've got Sirigu there. Their right back is a player called Claire. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce these French names. Then they've got Nkulu, who we know won't be in the French league because he's already got a Team of the Season card. Then they've got Thiago Silva, his fellow teammate Maxwell at left back. Then they've got Valbuena, Matuidi, the CDM for PSG. This player here, the silver player, Gui Vagu. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. That's a really, really awful pronunciation and name to try and pronounce. Then they've got Payet at the left wing spot. And up front, they've got Ibrahimovic and Aubameyang. And in the subs, they've got a player called Perrin, who I think played centre-back most of the time. So I'm not quite sure on that. A player called Falvin and a player called Ali Diere, who we now know won't be in Team of the Season either because he's already got a card. So we're going to move on to my predictions, and I'm going the wrong way. I need to, hold on, let me do that, and bring that up, there you go. Loving the piece of editing skills there. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to cut that out, but as you can see on the screen, we have now my predictions. These are my predictions, and we've got a squad of 18, 11 players in the starting 11, and all subs. And before I get into it, the squad, the ratings are my predictions, the players are my predictions, and also the stats on the substitutes are not changed. The player card stats aren't changed either, so just ignore them. But we're going to go through the statistics of these players, shall I say. So in goal, we got Sirigu. He's got 22 clean sheets and 87 saves. And PSG again being the best team in the French league. Obviously, they've won it, but they absolutely dominated it again. We've had quite a few this season of teams I wouldn't say dominating, but Manchester United easily won the Barclays Premier League. PSG easily won the French league. Bayern Munich, I'm not going to say anything about that. Juventus as well. And I think Barcelona have easily got, have got the Liga BBVA. So we've had quite a lot of the top teams dominating this season. But Sirigu, 22 clean sheets is pretty impressive. And he's just been absolutely phenomenal this season. Moving on to the right back, we've got to have a bit of Rod Fanny in the team. He's got 2 goals and 3 assists and played in 33 games. I think there's 38 games in the whole French league. So he's played a majority, and I'm struggling to find a right back because I think Debuchy, I think the guy who moved to Newcastle, he was having an outstanding season, but once he left, it was kind of hard to pick another one. And there's various different options. There's a player called Jallet, I think, for PSG, but I decided to go for Fanny. He's had a fairly decent season. In the middle, we've got to have Thiago Silva, and he hasn't scored any goals or anything in the league, I don't think, but I know EA will put him in just so people want to go and pick him up for the coins, because he'll go for an absolute fortune if people pick him up. But I know EA will put him in. Yes, he's had a really, really good season, but it's obvious EA will put him in just for the money, shall I say. Moving on to the second centre-back, it was a hard choice because obviously Nkulu should be there, but he's already had a team this season. So I went up and picked this player here called Shadjouri, I think it is, plays for Lille, and he's got 3 goals and 1 assist and played in 34 games. So he's had a fairly decent season. He's already got an informed card, so I think he could get a possibility of another team of the season card. Our final defender at left back is called a player called Tremolinas. He's got 1 goal and 7 assists. I think he's played in like 28 games or something, I'm not quite sure. But he's already had an informed card. And again, the left back was kind of hard to pick, mainly because there's quite a few different options. And everyone was fairly similar. But I decided to go and put Tremolinas there. Obviously, because he's kind of a bit of attack force as well. 7 assists is pretty impressive. Moving on to the CDM spot, we've got a player called Matuidi. And he's got 5 goals as a CDM, which is pretty decent. He's got some really, really nice long shots as well, I think. He's only missed 1 game for PSG, and he's been nominated for like the League's Player of the Year or something, I think it is, or I'm not quite sure on what it is, but he's had a phenomenal season. He's praised by the manager, Ancelotti, constantly, and I think he's definitely got an informed card, and he's going to be pretty sick card. Moving on to the right mid spot, should I say, we've got a player called Cabella, I'm not quite sure, but he's a right-footed player, because he plays more on the right side of midfield, should I say, but I've just decided to put him there as his normal position on the game. But he's got 7 goals and 8 assists, which is pretty nice. Very young player, I think, as well, so he should be fairly decent in the upcoming future. And he could get an informed card. He could probably go for quite cheap as well, which is pretty nice. Moving on to the left wing spot, left mid spot, we've got a player called Payet. He's got 12 goals and 12 assists, and I think this guy's definitely going to be in the team of the season. He's had a really good season for Lille, and I definitely think he will be in there. And he looks like a really good card. His stats at the moment aren't bad, and having team of the season stats, he'd be a pretty nice player. Moving on to the centre attacking mid, we've got a player called Valbuena. 3 goals and 12 assists, and again, only missed 1 game. I think he's joint assist maker with top assist maker with Payet, so he's had a very good season as well with Marseille. And moving on to the attack force, the first player we're going to have is Ibrahimovic. Recently transferred to PSG, well, last season. He got 30 goals, top goal scorer, and 8 assists. He's definitely going to get team of the season. It'll be weird if EA don't put him in, just because that's not a thing they would do. They're trying to get the best players there, so people go and spend their coins. And moving on to the final player of the starting 11, we have Aubameyang, 19 goals and 9 assists. I think he's top goal scorer, or second joint top goal scorer. So I think he could get a team season card as well, and he's going to be an absolute god, because already he's a very good player, and he's just going to go absolutely, he's going to be a rapid player, just really good player. But as you can see there, the teams are fairly similar. The only difference is obviously the players, that's obvious, but the right back and left back I think are different, and one of the midfielders are different, and that's about it. Moving on to my substitutes, the first player is going to be Mandanda. Before I get onto it, obviously the in-game stats are different. I haven't changed them, but we got Mandanda, 18 clean sheets and 81 saves. I think Marseille got the second highest clean sheets in the league, with PSG topping that. But I think Mandanda's played every game as well, been an absolutely solid keeper. He's got 2 informs, I think, as well. He's been a very nice keeper. Moving on, we got quite a few silvers, but moving on to the second player, we got a player called Ndigna. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that French and stuff like that, but he's got 2 goals and he's played 33 games. He's been recommended by quite a few people on like different websites and sources, and there's very different links of own football organisations, so I'd say, making their own predictions. But he's had a fairly decent season. Moving on to the third option, we got a right back called Clerk, the player who was in the League's team of the season, and he's got 1 goal and 3 assists and played 31 games. That's why I thought, Fanny played better, 2 goals, 3 assists, and played 33 games, and was playing for the team with more clean sheets. So I thought Fanny deserved a spot there. The CDM, we got the same CDM, Guila Avogu, plays for Saint Etienne, the same guy in the league. Said he's got 3 goals and 2 assists and played every single game in the league. So congratulations to him for not getting injured or having any red cards or anything like that. Moving on to the 5th player, we got Alessandrini, very good player on FIFA, plays left wing. He's got 10 goals and 6 assists, very decent from I wouldn't say a bad player, but not the most well-known player, shall I say. He's already got an inform card in FIFA, and that's pretty decent. So I think this card will be very, very nice indeed. The second to last substitute, we've got a player called Ben Yedder. He's got 15 goals and 5 assists. He's had a very, very good season, this young guy. Plays for Toulouse. I think he's definitely going to get an inform card, team of season card, whatever. And moving on to the final player, we got a player called Savitadic. I'm not quite sure. He plays for Nice. He's got 19 goals, so second top goal scorer with Aubameyang and 2 assists. I was thinking of doing this team when I was doing it, and obviously through this commentary, I thought that I've kind of missed out a player. That player called Glenier, the Lyon central attacking mid, should I say. He's had a very good season, actually, thinking about it. He's had a couple of inform cards. He's got 7 goals and 6 assists, so he could be on that squad. You never know. I didn't really think about him while doing the squad, but he could be there. You never know, and that'd be pretty nice. He looks like a fairly decent player. So, guys, these are my predictions. Remember, if you like this, well, if you like this video, remember to click that like button. If you've got any other suggestions, any alternatives, go and put out in the comments. That'd be pretty nice. And just remember, these are my predictions. The ratings are my predictions, and the stats aren't changed at all, so they're not likely. And we've got no idea what team of season squad is coming out tomorrow. So go and check my channel for my predictions for the Serie A. I think it'll be either the Serie A or the French League, because both of those leagues are finished. The Liga BVA won't be out. I think it'll be next week because that will finish. Or the BVA is not finished yet. The French League 1 only just finished this week. So I'm thinking it's going to be the Serie A, then maybe the French League, or they could do the Serie A and the French League into one league, which would be into one squad, which would be weird to see, and I don't know what will happen there. But guys, I've just put my predictions here for the League 1. We've got no idea what's happening tomorrow in the team of the season coming out, so I just decided to do 2 separate squads, the Serie A and the Liga 1. Hopefully one of these squads or teams will come out tomorrow, and I should get my predictions pretty similar. I'm pretty looking forward to seeing what actually squads come out tomorrow. Also go and check out my channel for Team of the Week number 37 predictions, which again should be coming out tomorrow. We've got quite a few strikers in there. I'm not sure how EA are going to do it, because obviously I think only 3 leagues played. But guys, this is the end of the video. If you liked it, remember to click that like button. Any suggestions or comments in the comments, and subscribe for upcoming episodes. This has been Chronic. Till next time, adios.